Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my quick pitch where I'll be going through the prototypes I've created for my logo. With these logos, I will be creating a website, more of a portfolio to display all my work from the past year. Creating my logo, of course, I needed a title to go with that. A few names that came to mind was AK Productions, which turned out to be an advanced digital agency, AAK Media, which turns out to be a Sweden-based company, My Media, which is an application you can download, Media Dish, kind of taken, it's more of a blog, and then there's just Kilbride Productions, which was available, KPay, Kilbride Production, but that turned out to be a Chris brand. A few more was thought up, but they were taken and I didn't want to use what was already in use. But the one I did want to go with was Kilbride Productions, using my surname and Productions. Almost being out of luck with that. It was a company in 1993, but had been dissolved in 1999, so was pretty much available, and that's what I went forward with. Needing inspiration for my logo, a few playoff ideas had been noted down, like how Kilbride is an actual place found in Scotland and Ireland, and then going for the meaning of the name, which is son of the servant of St. Bridget, who is the founder of the first Irish convent, and then going with Irish mythology now, that St. Bridget is actually a pagan fire goddess of the flame and of the well. The name Bridget means exalted refers to high or powerful level, or I could just go completely random and take a quote from a movie, like Bigger Boat Productions, who, taken from Jaws, to have produced the films like Saw. But I think it would be better to go with something more original, like using my name. Logo number 1. With this, I took the outline of Kilbride located in Ireland and used that as the icon for my logo. And going like a rainbow over it would be the title Kilbride Productions. The colour of the icon itself would be split into 3, as going with the colours of the Ireland flag. And with the text as well, it would be in 3D blocks, but you would see it bend over, so the 3D would be start off one way and then rotate slightly, if that makes sense. A simple design, but Kilbride's there. Logo number 2. For this, I had 2 interpretations of the same idea. For one, using the idea of the name meaning son of the servant St. Bridget, I used hands as if they were serving a bowl, and then for the second one, a plate. Adding more detail onto the second one, I had a rope along the right hand, and for the left, handprints, adding more onto the idea of slavery and kind of torture, going a bit more on a darker route slightly. Doing this in 2 different angles, as you will have noticed, it was a play around to figure out what I wanted to do. With the first, when it comes to the title, I'm not exactly sure how I could do this. I was thinking more of like curve, like along the balls. With the last one, a curve downwards, but this one it would curve upwards, following the outline of the ball. Colours would be modern, darkish, with shading, hands peachy, and a bit muddy maybe. The ball would be gold, and it would be real, like more old-fashioned bold, so it won't be smooth. Like text I would go for more sans serif and like old-fashioned. Gold, possibly grey, depends on the outcome colours used. The background, I would go with like a crimson red or midnight blue, dark colours. With the second one, that is more of a POV design. Again, the rope and markings, and then the colours and text style, that would be the same as mentioned before. Just instead of the tile bending, it would be as if that's what's being served on the plate.
What if it was like, you know how you get engravings on a plate? What if it was engraved onto the plate?
That would actually be a good idea. Out of those 2 though, which do you think was the first one? What about you, Keelan?
The ball one, yeah.
Yeah. Why that one?
I think it just looks better.
Alright. Moving on now. For this one, I was going more with the idea of the goddess and how it refers to fire and earthly nature. Being a more simple design, it would be the sun behind with the title coming along it, but like somewhat in the middle, but more to the right.
What if it was the proto-Earth, and then you could have like something crashing into it, and then the debris could spell out Kilbride Productions? Because if Kilbride's the goddess of if she's the goddess of Earth, wouldn't it make more sense to have a fiery Earth?
Also, like earth with flames coming off it.
Yeah.
Good idea. Shall keep that in mind. And then with the sun, it would be usual colours, orange and yellowy. And I was also thinking maybe you could hide a smile in the sun. Let me explain this though. it's actually a marketing technique. Pepsi do it, many others do it, where they'll hide like a smile in the icon, and apparently that's to make the audience and customers more happier and like the product more in a way.
This in marketing and business.
Yeah. So that could be, but like would hide it with the colours like Pepsi do. And I was considering eyes maybe, but
That'd be too creepy.
when I was thinking about it more, I feel like that would look more like the Pringles icon, and it could get done as stalling, so that might not have been the best idea. Then with the bright background, if there is to be one, that would be that would be a dark blue, possibly with the addition of stars. So with the title, I would make it red, so that I've got to hope that it doesn't blend in too much with the sun. And then with the background, that would be like a dark blue, and possibly with the addition of stars, depending on the outcome.
Yeah.
Drawn out bubbly, there would also be like a slight curve, as if there was wind, adding more to like the earthly wind. The colour of the text would most likely be like a darkish blue, with a figurish black outlining, helping it stand out. But it's a debate between the blue and red. But if I want the blue to be the background, it would be best to make the title red, just I don't want the title to blend in too much with the sun. And I'm not exactly sure what other colours would help make the title stand out and like look more fit in better. Like if I just went with green, I don't think that would fit well. You see what I mean with the colours though?
Yes.
Yes. For my final logo design I came up with was having a figure designed to be Bridget, the goddess, floating or either kneeling, debate between the two, but I did an example with her floating, and she would be seen in front of the sun, arms above her head, and having the title sprawl across, like a rainbow above her head, but not a rainbow. It would be, the title would be in flames. Yeah, so she's creating fire, the title. But to help it stand up, I would probably go with a black title and maybe a small font. I won't go into too much with the font so it doesn't blend in too much with its behind. The sun, again, same colours, yellowy, orangey, and for the figure I would go with the colours interpreted into her design, which has turned out to be like orange hair and green dress. Yeah?
Yeah,
You like it?
yeah, because it's like, that's traditional Irish colours.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Going with tradition.
Traditional.
And finally with the background, that would either be black or a light blue, giving more of an earthy daytime vibe. With one more slide to show, it was mainly me messing on with font ideas for the title. As you can see, there's like normal, there's like random squiggles for like the K, blocks. Even had an idea to like add symbols into the letters and have like for kill, what the L would be like a knife, in the I in bride would look like a woman about to get married. And then I took a font I found online, and copied that down. That looked to fit possibly, and
I think
Even-
the blocky style font looks better than that.
yeah, and even at the bottom I added like an example of like one with flames coming off it. Doesn't look the best, but it's like an idea.
If you want the logo to represent like Irish stuff, why not have the English, but then also have Irish Gaelic spelling underneath it?
When it came to the Irish one though, I should have mentioned this when I showed it, but I was thinking against it slightly because I'm not actually Irish, and maybe it
Showing
wouldn't.
heritage.
Yeah, like it's more of just the name, but then if I'm making it my own, I don't really have much to do with Irish in Ireland, so. But I like the idea. And then finally, the last image I have has the two hand portraits, but with an example of what I would do with the title. And then I just messed on a bit with the plate one to get like a little, just messing on with the fonts and ideas. And that's it. What do you think of these designs?
I like them. I like them. I especially like the bowl, like the first bowl one.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I think it looked the coolest, but I also like the idea of the one with the goddess in like traditional Irish colours. Like, yeah, it looked cool. It sounded cool.
Keelan?
I think all the designs looks good, but I like the bum one the best.
The bowl one.
Yeah.
When you hear Kilbride Productions, what do you think of?
Honestly, a proper manufacturer for like movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't really see anything comes to mind for me.
Do you think they look professional?
If you
Or
animated them, hell yeah.
all of them are?
If you choose which one you want and then animate it, definitely. And we could help you with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also learning how to do fire simulations on Blender, so I could help with that.
Right, I keep that in mind. Is there a detail you really like and is there one you really don't?
There's one I don't like. The second bowl one with like the
The plate?
yeah, with the links to slavery. I reckon that would piss a few people off
Right.
and like backlash because you know it's one of them things you know meant to talk about. You know, it's just, yeah. That's why I picked the bowl one instead of the plate because I just thought the links to slavery was a bit much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing that comes to mind for that now.
Do you have any suggestions and what would you do better if you would like to use the whiteboard and give your design a go?
Yeah, if I did that, then you could take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Take pictures to link with this for what ideas you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And before that happens, are there any questions you have in mind?
No.
No?
No.
So, thank you for your time. Deeply appreciated. Thank you.